Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Byron here, and today we're going to be walking in the Northgate Mall, which is basically the mall, as you can see right here. Honestly, I haven't been to the Northgate Mall in a few years, so we're going to go in and walk in there and check it out and see what's in there now and what's going on here. So, yeah, you can tell there was an Applebee's and Macy's right here, Lens Crafters and all that. So, without further ado, let's get in. Can't film the food court as much because there's people here. Damn, look at how dead it is. Yeah. Just look at it. Just look at it. Just look at this. And that Hot Topic back there, they closed last year, so what a shit. Just look at it. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but I used to come to this mall from time to time. Just look how dead it is. Wasn't that Spencer's? Oh, that was. There would be like tons of shops here. Like it was just one of those malls that you would go to if you lived in Coleraine or if you lived near Coleraine. So this was a place to be. Yeah, like I said, I don't want to film people here, so just beware. Well, at least Burlington and this new thrift store or whatever is still open. Well, they used to be Action Furniture, but now it's just a different store. I think it's CR Deal or whatever that is. And this place right here, this used to be Dillard's, but now it's just full of like other stores like Ulta Beauty and DSW. Look at that. This is their code of conduct. Once you look at that, they got this, the old Disney store. There used to be a Sears right here, but they had to tear it down. Yeah, you can just obviously tell. They used to be dead. Old Bath and Body Works, the arcade's gone. And it looks like they blocked off what there used to be this pathway down to Macy's. Look at that Simpsons knockoff. They used to have this, like, I don't know, this whole Amazing World thing or whatever it is, but I know they had, like, this huge playground where they had, like, the talking tree. I remember when they had that at one point. That was interesting. So right behind me was this place called the Games Galore, and that was where my brother did his Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments. Fun fact. Okay, well now the tour here at Northgate Mall is completed. Let me give you a brief history of Northgate Mall. This mall here opened on September 10th, 1972, and believe it or not, the mall that I'm standing in right here, before this was even built, this property was actually once an airport, so that's obviously really cool. And as the mall opened, they had Sears, McAplin's, Pogs, and then they added other stores like Lazarus as well as JCPenney. And over the decades, especially throughout the 90s, this is what it looks like today, mostly regarding its remodel and such. There were several events that happened here, like, you know, they had the Tiger King that toured here, like in the 2000s. He's in jail now. But no, McAplin's later became Dillard's in the 90s, as well as Lazarus that became Macy's in the 2000s. A lot of shit here happened. There were also other retailers and such, like that you had Hot Topic, Bed Bath & Beyond, Dead, Spencer's. I believe you also had stores like Wet Seal, which closed a long time ago. There was an Ashley Furniture store here. There was also an Applebee's that stood here, as well as the Family Christian store, the Game Schooler, like I said before, as well as the food court, which they had the Japanese and Chinese foods, some sort of Euro place. And believe it or not, they had a Gold Star in this food court. That was like one of my favorite places to go to. And there was a Sci-Fi City store that was here as well. And not to mention, but several tenants have relocated from this mall to other locations. Like, for example, JCPenney relocated from this mall in 2006, which left this whole building vacant. But apparently it was demolished to make way for Escape Theaters, which eventually opened in 2015. Dillard's closed back in 2009, and it was replaced by several stores, including Ulta Beauty, Marshall's, DSW, Michaels, and eventually NHH Greg, which didn't last in this mall for very long. And also the Burlington Coat Factory here opened back in 2013, so it's been here for a while. And not to mention, but Northgate Mall has been going downhill, especially with teens fighting this mall, which actually caused the youth escort policy back in 2016, and that has really made an impact on a lot of youths here. And not to mention, I have a weird story. So right before we went to see Ghostbusters in 2016, there was this weird guy that asked me for money, and I said no, so I just went ahead and escaped. Like, this was like when I was in the bathroom, so yeah, it was a weird time to be. Also, believe it or not, there actually was a Disney store that was in this mall. It opened in the 90s, and it continued to operate in this mall for a decade before closing in January 2008, and then years later it became a dance studio that is still here to this day. And over the years, several stores here in this mall have been closing a lot, like H.H. Gregg in 2017. Well, there was a Spirit Halloween here, but only for like 1 year. In one of these years, like 2018 or 2019 or something like that, the Macy's here closed in 2020, as well as the Family Christian stores and Game Schooler in 2017. The Sears here closed in November 2018, and that building, like I said, got demolished. In fact, they actually demolished that building in 2025. The Applebee's here closed in 2018, and I forgot to mention that once the Macy's here closed in 2020, there were barely any acres in this mall left, so what a shame. And like I said, the Hot Topic here closed last year. I guess they were not getting enough business. And back in 2023, the Ashley Furniture and the Escape Theaters, as well as the Marshalls, those have closed. So it's really nice to observe this mall and to see what it once was. I'm not sure when that most of the food court closed, but I know some of them had closed, especially like, I'm guessing either 2019 or 2020, because I remember this being really cool, especially like with the 90s art and style. All right, guys, well, I'm just gonna leave the mall for the day, so it's been real. And if it really dies, then, like I said, it's been real. And yes, this was the former Applebee's right here. Can't believe it's dead, but hey, at the end of the day, it is what it is. But glad I did this vlog, so yeah. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this dead mall vlog here. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next bit. Till then, this is me, Byron, signing off. Peace.